Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to episode number 58 of the Billy RIckman Show Podcast, and I'm back in town on the Gold Coast from Bali. What a, seriously, what an amazing week. Wow, so much to talk to you guys about today. But first of all, I just want to say sorry for the slackness on my behalf with podcasts lately. I'm, as you all know by now who follow me on the podcast and I follow what I do online, I'm all about like the big action, big lists of things to do and, getting things done on time and making sure you're accountable and all that sort of stuff. But to be honest, like I have been struggling lately just to stay on top of stuff. And so I think one of my problems that I should be used to by now is that I overcommit to things. But I think that serves me as a positive. But sometimes I get a little bit just behind on things, and so I do apologize for not doing a lot of podcasts lately. But with all that being said, I do have a lot of stuff to give you today. And man, Bali was just if you listen to the two podcasts I did in Bali, you probably think that wow, there was some really big stuff happening there because I spoke about there was tears and there was a few tantrums and people got pushed way outside their comfort zone. And but you know what? Now that I'm back on the Gold Coast, and by the way, it's cold, and anyone who's in Victoria or New South Wales is going to hate me saying just cold. Or Tracy Keefe, who's one of my inner circle clients, you would have met her on episode 57, who was in Bali. They'll be killing me because they're down at 5 degrees, 6 degrees, I think, at the moment. But it's cold for the Gold Coast anyway, hence wearing the jacket today. If you follow me on YouTube, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm in a jacket today, and it's been cold, but I think it's more the shock factor as well coming back from Bali. And look, so there was tears and tantrums and everything else, but now that I'm back in town and looking back on it in hindsight, I am so really, really happy with everything that happened over there. And I think people were pushed so far out of their comfort zone, and maybe it was a preparation thing. Maybe I should have prepared people better that we're going to be doing stuff that will stretch them. But at the end of it, I've been saying to people so people have been asking was it really tears? And I think I break it down this way as the first 2 days they loved me, the second 2 days they hated me, and the last 2 days, because I went for 6 days, they loved me again. And that's okay because I say, as I say, I'm not here to try and be their best friend all the time. I'm here to help them grow. I'm here to help them to become the very best they can be. And definitely there was some amazing outcomes from it. They learned how to what do we talk about? Day one was all about psychology, how to reduce self-doubt, how to be better in business, how to be more confident, how to get things done, really working on the business psychology. Day two, we went straight into creating a Loomly account. I use Loomly for my scheduling with LinkedIn and Instagram and Pinterest and Facebook and all that sort of stuff. So we created these Loomly accounts and created 6 channels on Loomly and started to schedule some posts. Then in the afternoon, we started to go into lead magnets. And lead magnets, one of the things that I have done with my coaching program, which has been pretty insane, and I say this next bit not to impress anybody, but to impress upon people the potential or the what is possible by using the right marketing strategies. And I was able to. I've now got this coaching company that I started in January. So January was the first call that I did. I think it was January 2nd, January 3rd or something. It was. If she's watching, I think it was listening or watching, Kim Jamison. I know she follows the podcast, and she's pretty awesome. I'm pretty sure she was my first ever coaching call, and I think it was January 3rd. I was down in Mandarin, WA, on holidays, something like that. Anyway, and we're now fast forward to June, and I've been able to get a good group of people over to Bali to do a coaching retreat. The business, the coaching side of the business should turn over close to $1 million this year, and I've been able to achieve that in less than 6 months. And I say that again, not to impress anybody listening to this, but it's to impress upon people that there is a right way to do things and a wrong way to do things. There's a right way to create good content and marketing and drive people to become your audience and to follow you and to buy from you and to be one of a part of it. And there's the wrong way to do it. And so the wrong way to do it is to continuously ask people to buy from you all the time, to continuously sell your product saying, buy this, we've got this offer, discounting this, value add, come in and try this new service, come in and try this new product. And I would encourage anybody who's listening to this and watching this go on Instagram, go on YouTube, go on Facebook and watch your competitors and try to immerse yourself in all the different businesses that are your competitors in the industry, and just watch the message. It's like, no wonder clients get confused by it. No wonder clients aren't interested, because it's all the same. And a lot of people who listen to my podcast and watch my YouTube, you guys would know that a lot of people are from the salon industry, or like hair industry and beauty industry. And all you need to do is like literally follow 20 people on Instagram, follow 20 salons on Instagram, and it's the same stuff. It's like, check out this skincare product, check out these new ingredients, check out this buy one, get one free facial, check out this 20% off skin peels, check out like, balayage for whatever price they're offering, like, come and get this full head of foils and get this shampoo and all this sort of different stuff, right? But it's all the same messaging, and it's boring, it's dated, no one believes it, hardly anybody will act on it. And so that's the wrong way to go about it. The right way to go about it is to produce content that's valuable to people and step them through what we call a value ladder, or pushing them through a sales funnel, but allowing people to dip their toe in the water first using something that's free, or a low cost treatment, something that's really, really low cost, to allow people to try your business and build that trust, and then progress them through to where you want them to be. And so on day 2 in the afternoon, we started to do that. And so I got my team to create a blog. So they all learned how to create a new blog using WordPress, and they were getting right into the technical details and installing plugins and all this sort of stuff. So that was really, really cool to see. But I didn't tell them that the reason I was getting them to do a blog and to write the first 2 entries into the blog was because I was going to get them to do an ebook. And so the next morning we all went buggying, which was like, oh my God. Oh no, so the Tuesday morning we actually did yoga around a pool. So it was like, we had 3 villas, right? We hired out 3 villas, had private chefs. It was like amazing massages every night. It was like phenomenal. And so Tuesday morning we organized a yoga instructor to come and meet us in one of the villas, and we did yoga around the pool, which now that it's a little bit cold, in hindsight, was so nice, because it must have been about 30 something degrees, like 100% humidity. It was just like beautiful. I want to go back again straight away. But so yoga, but then on the Wednesday morning we all did buggying in the dirt. So we went out into the jungle and did like this buggy racing, which was so fun. Again, like, it was all about pushing people outside of their comfort zone and doing things they wouldn't normally do. So people were like, holy crap, I would never get a buggy and go buggy racing in the jungle and so which was really, really cool to see. And even little things like, we had scooters through the week, and people were riding their mopeds around, and like day 1 everyone's freaking out. By the end of it, everyone's just like hooning around in their mopeds, which was really cool. And so by the time we got back from the buggies, we started this ebook, which is called a lead magnet, right? So we want to attract people to something for free, which is like this ebook, and then drive them through a funnel, a sales funnel, into how do we get them from downloading this ebook, which is free, which allows them to get some value for nothing, and then how do we then transition them through from the ebook into each step, all the way through to becoming these long-term clients who just love you and will buy anything from you. And so for the rest of the week, we built out these sales funnels using ManyChat and using bots, and which was really, really cool to see. They started their own YouTube channel and created their first video on YouTube, and then linked the video to an on-top offer. We did some Facebook ads, and we went through cash flow management and budgets and how to look at your profit and loss and really maximize profits. And it was just like so cool to see. And then by the last day, I think one of the last exercises we did was we went through their marketing calendar for the next 12 months. And how do you plan a marketing calendar for the next 12 months? What sort of offers do you choose? How far in advance do you plan them? How do you send concepts to a designer to get it done? What sort of things do you need to send to a designer in order to get the design back in the way that you want it to? So we went through all of these things and like prepped their marketing now for the next 12 months and set all that up. And it was just like, the feedback that I got is, and someone said, I think it was Chrissy, most of you know who Chrissy is now, I talk about her a lot on the podcast, and she was actually in, I think, episode 52. She even said like, and Sarah Pollard, who was also there, I think the 3 of us were having a conversation, and she said like, this 1 week would take us 3 months to do at home. And it was so, I think it was such a poignant thing to say, because it is true. Like, the amount of work we got through in 6 days would take 3 months minimum at home, because we're constantly distracted, because we're constantly like, we do the things we want to do. And one of the reasons why they were hating me for 2 days was because I was forcing them to do things that, normally at home, if it got too hard or they didn't understand something or it was just too complicated, they would just give up and it wouldn't get done, or we'd get put on the too hard basket and it wouldn't get done. But I forced them and pushed them to go through that and push through that and to get those tasks done. And those tasks that you often put off are the most important ones, the things that matter the most, the things that get you the most result, the things that are going to take you to that next level of your business. And so being able to push through that, they will start to see the fruits of their labor now. And I have no doubt about it. Every single person who was at that retreat is like, the next couple of months is going to be massive for them. I think they learned so much, and out of everything, I think they probably are feeling the same way I feel now, where you reflect in hindsight and go, wow, what an amazing couple of days. And it was like, the group of people who were there were so inspiring and so awesome, and there were people who were like massively advanced in their business. Like, I think one of the people who were there had business for nearly 10 years, and other people who were just literally starting out, like one room salon, just starting out, and being able to show them that the same marketing strategy that I used in my coaching can be used for any sort of business, no matter how young or mature that business is, no matter how big it is, no matter how much you're turning over, and use that same marketing strategies to drive people into your funnel, put it all on autopilot, and allow you to take care of the important stuff on the day-to-day, which is like maximizing sales, maximizing revenue, maximizing profit, looking after customers, looking after staff, but not having to constantly worry about like, how am I getting new people into the business? Because they now have this like almost bulletproof plan that they just need to click on, and people will start pouring into the top of their funnel and then funneling all the way down to their key treatments. And it's all on autopilot. They literally don't have to do anything. It's all on autopilot. And so for me, that was the biggest takeaway is watching people persist with something, whether or not they needed to be forced to do it or not, but being able to persist through something and get to the end and have this outcome and grow in confidence. And for me, that was the best thing there. Apart from all the bintangs and the the beers over there, but it really was cool. And already today we put a post out for the 2019 Gladiator Week, which it'll probably be held in Bali again. I think most people just said let's just go back to the same place. But in saying that, there's been so many new people now who said they wanted to come. We might have to look for a bigger villa or something like that. But next year is going to be awesome. I've already got it planning out. We've already got we're going to start taking deposits for it soon. It's going to be like amazing. And then on top of that, my salon growth seminars, I've come back and I think we're like 50% sold now for 8 venues. So we obviously got Auckland, Christchurch, Brisbane, Perth, Sydney, Melbourne, Adelaide, Florida, Christchurch, Auckland. So there's 8 venues, and I think we're about 50% sold now, which is like pretty amazing. So if you haven't gone to salongrowthseminar.com yet, make sure you do, because I'm going to talk about these strategies that we did in Bali. I'm going to be talking about those at the Salon Growth Seminar and breaking them down for you guys to show you exactly what we did in those 6 days and how you can implement it too into your own business. So make sure you go to salongrowthseminar.com and you can get tickets there. But yeah, that was my reflection on Bali. I honestly just had an absolute blast. And for those listening who were part of it, I just want to say thank you. I'm so grateful for you coming on that journey with me. Like I said, we've only been doing this for 6 months, and I feel like it's just been such a roller coaster, but like an amazing roller coaster, the best kind of roller coaster. And man, if the next 6 months of the first year is going to be even similar to the first 6 months, it's going to be like insane, and I can't wait for it. So anyway, guys, that's my message from today. I just want to give you guys an update on what happened in Bali, and apologize for not doing my podcasts, and let you know what we went through. And I really want you to think about your own marketing strategy in your own business, whether or not I've got people in the inner circle who are from gyms, I've got people who are hairs, I've got people who are e-commerce and product manufacturers and beauty. I've got such a variety of businesses now in the inner circle coaching program, and I don't want people to think like the strategies that we spoke about is for one specific industry. The marketing strategy works. It's tried and tested over and over and over and over again in so many different industries. Not just for me. I didn't come up with this. It was like, it's digital marketing strategy, email marketing strategy, and just modernizing it. And it works in every business. And I really want you to think about your own marketing strategy. And that is like, am I just selling my products? And if you're just selling your products, then it's a tough slog. You've got to find a way to connect with your audience, and you've got to find a way to funnel people through, and there's so many different strategies to do that now. And like I said, if you don't know what that is, either reach out to me. I'm on Facebook at Billy RIckman Official. Send me a direct message. I'll respond to all my direct messages. You can find me on Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram at the real B RIckman. You can send me a message there. Or alternatively, make sure you book your tickets for Sell and Grow Seminar in September. We've got 8 locations, 50% sold. Go to sellandgrowseminar.com. I'm going to be taking you through all of this there anyway. So hope you enjoyed this podcast today, and I can't wait to now get back into the flow of things. Now I've kind of caught up, I'm going to get back into the flow of things and do these a lot more regularly for you guys. So enjoy your evening if you're listening to this at nighttime like I am. I'm doing this at nighttime now. What's the time? 7 o'clock. I'm going to go home and see my family. Until tomorrow, have an awesome day, and I'll chat to you guys soon. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.